Sunim, last Kyol Che, I heard you in a Dharma talk make the differentiation between attaining enlightenment and understanding your karma. And you said that sometimes understanding your karma is more important than attaining enlightenment. But I didn't get the reason for that. Can you explain that?
Sure. Here we are in Sahn, and get enlightenment's our direction. Get enlightenment means become clear and help others. So we're in Sahn. Maybe your direction is you want to go to Busan. If you only think about Busan, then maybe one day you get there, but you don't know what happened between Kaesong and Busan. That's your karma. You don't know your karma. You just had some experience. Then if you attach that experience, you'll make a big problem for a lot of people. So maybe your goal is go to Busan, but you don't get there. But along the way, you get better and better at what you're doing. Like maybe you don't have GPS. You're not from Korea. So you start out and you're going north because you're not really sure where Busan is. And then, if you go on 251 north, there's a place where you run into Route 1, I think it is, and it turns north or south. Then you see a sign, Seoul this way, Busan this way. So you start going that way. Then maybe you're not paying attention or something, and you get off the highway somewhere, and you're lost again. And then you have to wander around until you find something that helps you find your way to Busan. So that's our get enlightenment, become clear, help all beings is our direction. It's like aspiration. Desire and aspiration are different. Aspiration means that's my way. Desire means I don't get it, I'm unhappy. Aspiration is, this is my direction. I remember when I decided to, 100% decided to become a Sunim, and Seung Sahn Sunim, that time immediately said, wonderful. I thought to myself, even if I only can do it for 1 day or 2 days, this direction is worth it. And that really helped me a lot because I didn't have a big plan of I want to be like this and then get like that and get like that. This way is worth it. And success, failure, I also thought success or failure doesn't matter. I want to go this way. So that's Enlightenment's name. But if you don't pay attention as you go along, you don't even know your own karma. Then you make many mistakes. Also, are we waiting till we get enlightenment to help others? Then what are you doing now? So understanding my karma, becoming more clear about my karma, being able to control it, making it disappear, that's already helping everybody, even if you never get enlightened. So Seung Sahn Sunim said to us one time, sometimes understanding your karma more important than getting enlightenment. People have big experience, but they still don't understand their karma very well. They may understand true nature, have some experience of it, but if they attach to that experience, don't understand their karma, then you become like the cigarette man, in our Kongan. They think they are the truth, our dharma, and then they go around and make many, many problems. And anything you do or say, they'll just hit you because they think you're attached to name and form. So that's what that means. Yeah. And I really appreciated that because one time I heard a Chinese saying, an old Chinese saying, even a small improvement is reason for great happiness. So even I don't get enlightenment, but I get a little clear, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So one problem with the way practice has been presented for Sunims, definitely in Japan, somewhat in Korea, is you must, get this one experience. And that's why not many people could practice. How can they put all their attention into that if they have family and social life things and this and that they have to do? Even now, for a Sunim, it's very hard to put your attention that way because life's not simple anymore, even for a Sunim. You know, maybe 100 years ago, you want to go to a temple in Busan, you have to walk. There's nothing to decide about that. Maybe you have a horse, but you're a Sunim. You don't have a horse. Now, you can take a train, if you have money, you can take a taxi cab. You can take a car. You can ask somebody for a ride. You can take a bicycle. You can take an e-bike. You just have to stop and recharge it regularly. You can walk. Before that, not many choices. So life was more simple. Now, life's much more complicated. And human beings' consciousness is more complicated. So don't need to, that's our aim, and that's important. You know, one thing, there's a few things all the divisions of Buddhism have faith in. First, that all the teaching comes from Buddhas and Buddha's enlightenment. The Buddha is enlightened. Everybody has faith in that. You know. Also, precepts. There's four versions of the precept, but everybody accepts them. So in my experience, even if we take the precepts in Korea, say, or in China, they're the same precepts. If you go to a Theravadan country and you've taken the precepts correctly and your behavior is correct, you're accepted, even though they use a slightly different list. So people believe Buddha's enlightened. They have faith in that, no matter what branch of Buddhism. And the precepts, if someone's sincerely, correctly taking them and keeping them, then it doesn't matter what division they come from. Buddha's basic teaching, everything's impermanent. You know, there's suffering, originally non-self, and all the basic teachings any branch of Buddhism has faith in. So the aim, the aspiration is become enlightened and become a great bodhisattva, help all beings. But you even do one good thing for somebody else, you're a bodhisattva. So there's not a difference. In the moment, it's the same. So Sixth Patriarch said, a sentient being without opposite thinking is a Buddha. A Buddha with a moment of opposite thinking is a sentient being. So it's moment to moment. It doesn't matter, you know, whether you have some special experience or not. Be more skillful probably if you don't attach. So, yeah. So very valuable. Then anybody can practice. So many of the Zen masters are teaching how to make your everyday life practice. And people's lives get better. And sometimes you even accidentally have a very good influence on other people. But if you don't understand your karma, then your karma will control you. Sometimes you have good karma, so you get something. But when your bad karma appears, if you don't understand it, you won't be able to do anything. Or even your good karma, you won't use it skillfully well. You may have the karma to get a lot of money, but you just use it for yourself. It's amazing to me that we allow anybody to be billionaires. Who needs $1 billion? You know how many families you could help? Okay, let's put a limit. $10 million. Everybody can have $10 million if they learn to make it. And then they can have a nice house somewhere. But some people, they have 3 or 4 houses that cost more than that. How many bathrooms do you need? You only use one at a time, you know. So people even don't know how to use their good karma and use their good karma to make suffering. It's really unfortunate. Okay? So What's your karma? Only that? Oh, I'm pretty good. Thank you.